Welcome back. All right, so we're going to review some preseason hockey. The New York Rangers, the Boston Bruins meet in Boston. They had a video package for the Goudreau brothers. I saw that same video package before the Ottawa Toronto game. So I've heard people asking, like, what's the NHL going to do for the Goudreaus? What kind of stuff are we going to see? This is just the start of it. I would think that to start the regular season, we will see a lot of that again. So they had the moment of silence. Then they revealed the starting goalies are Demang at one end, Bossy at the other. There's a near miss for Brodzinski during an early Rangers press, and then as the Bruins get some pressure back, Kepke scores for Boston from Sweezy and Merkulov. So that's at 134. It was a good cycle that sets up Kepke there, and it's a 1-0 Boston lead. Bruins then press for another. Kakko gets denied on a rush. The Rangers get a power play. There's a near miss by Cooley. Good pressure. Kepke and Nelson nearly make it 2-0 on turnover chances that they get, and that power play is killed off. Things are punchy near the Rangers' net as Duran nearly scores, and honestly, this game was pretty chippy considering it's preseason. Guys fighting for jobs. The Bruins draw a power play. That becomes 48 seconds of 5-on-3 for Boston. Osterley has a slap shot. That's blocked. Kepke's denied and close during the 5-on-3. The Rangers, they do kill it off. There's some good looks for Boston, but when you don't score on a 5-on-3, what can happen? Well, the Rangers score. It's Mancini from bleed and Brodzinski at 10:23. He goes far corner from the right circle. Shortly after, that 5-on-3 power play is killed off. Hedel then has a rush chance is kicked aside, and then Nesson says, "Yeah, so we're done. We're going to go over to Red Sox coverage." And they did. For the next 20 minutes, my Sportsnet Plus feed was a Red Sox game while people were letting Sportsnet know, hey, this doesn't work. And the help section on Sportsnet is named ironically because it is no help to anyone. And not only that, but this one switches to a baseball game. So they eventually would get to Nesson Plus where the game was still being broadcast. But the Caps Flyers game today had no audio. So eventually the feed just disappeared. And I, like others, tried on my TV and my computer. I was like, there's no audio either way on this. So hopefully this is just preseason, but they charge a lot of money for this. There are people who paid for Sportsnet Plus today to watch preseason hockey, and they weren't happy to basically lose the second half of the first period. So the Rangers get a power play with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left as I'm now listening to the radio for this. That's Kastelik's second penalty of the first period, and Hedel scores on that power play to give the Rangers the lead. Cooley and Mancini with the assists at 18:47. And Hedel scored that one from the right circle. It was the same spot on the net as well that they hit. So that's something to keep an eye on because if NHL teams already know where to shoot on Bussy, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but if they already know, hey, just go glove side, high glove side, yeah, that could be tough. So they eventually do fix the feed during the intermission between the first and second period. But again, Sportsnet's it's got to be better. And then the other frustrating part is that it just feels like and I don't know the American broadcast side of it, but Canadian broadcasters, it feels like everybody goes home on the weekend. You got like one dude sitting there for any given network at any time. Anyway, second period, there's an early Bruins press that's kept to the outside. Patrick Brown's denied and close by Louis Domingue, who I thought had a pretty good game for the first half for the New York Rangers here. Wotherspoon has a screenshot that's held. Things are pushy on a hold by Bussy. Both teams are turning the puck over. It's preseason. So the result is not as important as the whole process and seeing who's playing well and all that. I try to bring that up when I'm doing these preseason reviews and all that too. So Hedel has a shot that's held as the Rangers press. I thought Hedel had a very solid game for the New York Rangers today. Bruins get pinned down a bit, but they protected the net. Not a lot was getting through to the net during that play. The physical play's picking up. The shots are 2 apiece 6 minutes in. Tufte has a turnover chance that's held. Duran then has a rush chance that's defended. Brown's denied on a rebound from the slot. So Patrick Brown trying to get himself a spot on that Boston fourth line. I don't know if today helped him towards that goal or not. We'll see as the preseason continues. There are 7 preseason games for Boston this year. At the half, DiPietro goes in the net for Boston. So if you're a Canuck fan wondering, whatever happened to Mike DiPietro? Hey, he's in Boston. And Garand goes in the net for New York. And I thought, honestly, Garand had a pretty good time of it too. The Bruins press, there's a near miss by LaSalle. I don't think Fabian LaSalle has shown a lot in today's game. And again, what you're trying to do is prove, hey, I should be in the lineup ahead of, and you name off the veterans that are in that bottom six. I don't know. LaSalle was kind of quiet through most of this. Hedel fires one wide on a rush, and then it is a goal by Boston. Kuntar scores from Brown and Nelson at 12:23. 12:33 on a backhand via some deflections. It pinballs a little bit. So Garand, I totally understand him losing the puck there because it was kind of an unpredictable path that it took. Off Brown's skate to Kuntar's stick, and then it deflects again after Kuntar takes the shot into the net. The Bruins then look for the lead. The Rangers press with 6 minutes left. Things are punchy and a hold by Garand. The Bruins press with 3 minutes left. Koepke has a wraparound chance that saved. Bruins were in control late, and honestly, Bruins had a good game. So again, the result doesn't really matter. I thought Boston played pretty well. Lettieri's denied in the final minute. Beecher has a shot that's held. Things are pushy and punchy at the horn. And we had a fight between Othman and Wotherspoon. Othman dropped Wotherspoon, I think, twice in that first period with hits that Boston announcers thought might have been hit late in one case. But Wotherspoon drops the gloves, and Othman, to his credit, the rookie drops the gloves too. Coming out of that, the Rangers have a power play to start the third period. That then becomes a minute and 37 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Rangers. So only 23 seconds into the period, Boston to the box again. So it's a 5-on-3 for New York. There's a near miss for Hedel. Brodzinski has a one-timer that's blocked and cleared. DiPietro pretty sharp as the 5-on-3 becomes a 5-on-4. The Rangers press after the 5-on-4 ends. They're kept to the outside until Belzile, who has joined the Rangers this year at 4:46, scores from Hedel and Mackey. So Hedel with the goal and a helper today. It was not a great goal. This was from a sharp angle. You really need a save there. And that's the thing. DiPietro made some good saves here and there, but that goal, that's a tough one. And goaltending, I think, was the difference today. Domingue and Garand both played pretty darn well. I thought with Bussy, both goals being in the same spot has to be at least mildly concerning again as preseason. But then that one on DiPietro, just, not a great one. Bruins press to respond. The teams trade turnovers. Again, it's preseason. That's going to happen. Things are pushy on a hold by DiPietro. Then there's some pushing and punching on a Garand hold. Pretty chippy game, honestly. And I'm surprised they didn't call more penalties than they did. If it was a regular season game, maybe. I guess with it being preseason, what's the point? Shots are 8-1 for the Rangers with 7.5 minutes left. They were playing pretty well in the third. Sweezy then has a screenshot that's held. Sweezy coming over from Columbus, right, in the offseason. He's trying to earn himself a job in Boston. The Bruins get a power play. They really struggle to set that up, and it's killed off without a really good chance for the New York Rangers there. Beecher has a rebound chance. That's blocked out. So the Rangers doing a good job of blocking whenever the Bruins did have opportunities. The Bruins call a timeout with 2:33 left. They also pull the goalie at this point. They only talked about Swayman 658 times during the broadcast. Bruins fans are legitimately concerned at this point, and I don't think the goaltending in this game, and again, it's preseason, but it's one of those things that's a hair trigger issue, right? The goaltending in this game probably didn't make a lot of Bruins fans feel great about things, even though, Korpisalo didn't play, but we'll see what happens when Korpisalo goes in. The Bruins then block some empty net attempts by the Rangers, which I thought was kind of fun. There's icing by the Rangers with 1:15 left, but the Rangers hold on. They hang on, and Boston, I thought, had the better chances. They had more chances, but they come up short in this one 3-2. So there's no record on the board because it's preseason. It doesn't matter. I will be reviewing the Ottawa-Toronto game later, and for Sportsnet, at least the Ottawa-Toronto game is available nationally, so I don't have to worry about it changing to a baseball game. Plus, the Jays have already played today, right? So I don't have to worry about everything becoming about the Jays like halfway through this game. Anyways, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event that you've not done so already. It's great to have hockey back. We're, roughly 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season. And I think it's going to be a fun one. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will get these strings right. I know, the strings are driving me nuts too. I was trying before the video started, and they won't listen. I'm windswept. They're windblown at this point. That's what's going on. All right, thank you guys for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.